Let's take a look at our next transformation. We're still going to be working with compressions and stretches. This time we're going to work with the function y equals the square root of x. And our original function is still going to be graphed in red. This is going to be our parent function. So let's go ahead and take a look at the graph of y equals the square root of 2x. You'll notice this time the 2 is inside our function with the x. So since we were working with our parent function here in the form of y equals f of x, this time we're looking at y equals f of a times x, right? The a is inside there with the x. And we're going to be working under the assumption that our a values that we're working with are something that are positive, so something bigger than 0. And you'll notice that in this case, since we're looking at the square root of 2x, we're looking at this a value that is something bigger than 1. Right? Anytime that happens, this is going to be an example of a horizontal compression. Which means we're going to be shrinking our graph horizontally. You can kind of think of it as you're going to be pushing it towards the y-axis. It's going to be impacting your x values. And in this case, we're going to be taking our x value and we're going to be multiplying it by 1 over whatever that a value was. So for us, we're going to be multiplying it by a 1/2 in this case. So let's go ahead and take a look at a point on our graph. Let's go ahead and use the point 4, 2. And we're going to go ahead and call this point P. And we want to go ahead and perform this horizontal compression. Right, we're going to be multiplying that x value by a 1/2. Right, so we're looking at this 4. We're going to go ahead and multiply that value by 1/2, and when we do, it's going to become a 2. So our new point here is going to be the point 2, 2. We're going to go ahead and call this P prime. Right, and that should be a point on our new graph, which is on the blue function that you see graphed there. And here's our point 2, 2, which is P prime. And let's go look at part C. This time we're going to be working with the equation y equals the square root of 1/2 times x. So we're still working with a function that's in this format. Okay, our a value there is still inside with the x, only this time our a value is between 0 and 1. Right, we're looking at the 1/2. And this is going to produce a horizontal stretch. So kind of think of it as a piece of string. If you put your finger on the red graph, you're going to be pulling it outwards away from the y-axis. So let's go ahead and take a look at a point on our parent function. Let's use that same point, 4, 2. Go ahead and call it Q on this graph. And we're going to be performing a horizontal stretch. So we're going to go ahead and take our x value, which is the 4, and remember we're multiplying it by 1 over a. A in this case is a 1/2. So we're going to take that x value, we're going to multiply it by 1 over 1/2, which is going to be the same thing as taking our x value and multiplying it by 2. Right, so this is going to produce the point 8, 2. And we'll go ahead and call this Q prime. Right, so the point 8, 2 should be on our green graph. So there's our new point after the transformation.